Hey guys, my name is Carlos, and today it is time for a bumper upgrade. So as you can see, I've previously removed the factory bumper from the front of the Jeep and just kind of left the tow hooks on the frame horns. Well, all of that's got to go, but this would be the point where you'll end up taking off your factory bumper if you haven't already. So after you've removed the factory bumper, the next step is going to be to disconnect the sway bar. Now, my sway bar is already disconnected, as you can see. I just need to unbolt it from the two bolts that are holding it on each side. Also, we're going to need to remove this lower crash bar. This is going to be the first thing that we cut so we can put our template in place to remove the ends of the frame horns. So this is my tool of choice, and of course, make sure you got some eye protection. So now we have a little bit more room in here with the cross member gone. So I'm going to attack all of these inner welds, and then of course, we got to get up underneath it as well. So now we've reached the point where we're going to come in. I still need to cut off this little piece here, but I'm going to take the grinder and then grind both of these smooth, and then again on both sides there. Now with your bumper order, TNT also sends a couple steel templates. These actually bolt on the bottom where the factory sway bar would bolt to. Now what you're going to do is take one of your factory sway bar bolts, align this plate up into place, and then we're just going to loosely tighten that up. Now for good measure, we'll go ahead and do the rear bolt. Now, as you can see, this is going to be the line where our new bumper starts. So we're going to cut along this line. What I'm going to do is take a scribe and actually hatch that line out. And there's another one of these that I'll bolt to the other side, make sure that it lines up. As you can tell, we're cutting off probably about 4 to 5 inches of the frame horns. So that's going to be quite a bit of added ground clearance. Now we reached the fun part, but as you can see, I used the template. I scribed a line here. This is going to be my guideline for the cuts. Cut these pieces, paint everything with a nice gloss black, and then we're ready to start drilling holes. So next step, we need to test fit this bad boy. So once the bumper's in place, the next thing is going to be to drill these holes. To make sure that it doesn't move, I'm going to use the included track bar replacement bolts and just snug that into place. Now the next step is just going to be to mark these holes. As you can see, there's 3 on each side. I'm going to go ahead and drill a small pilot hole. All right, after we've got our pilot holes drilled, next thing is to pull the bumper back off, and then we're going to drill these all the way through. So while the bumper's off again, this will be the point where you have your bumper painted or powder coated. So that's what we'll do. Well, that's a wrap for drilling holes. Fits pretty snug, so you might want to have one of these. And by the way, you definitely want to put the winch on before you install the bumper. I'm still waiting on mine, so I get to take this off and put it back on again in the future. So your kit's going to come with a bunch of hardware to do the installation. You're going to take 6 of the larger bolts. Go ahead and install those. And of course the final step is going to be reinstalling the sway bar on the bottom using the brand new bolts that are provided. Now the final step, TNT provides new bolts so that you can bolt your original factory sway bar back through these holes underneath.